7. Hello, wrestling fans. We are back again. This time we have a special guest, Gary's dog, Mocha, who's going to be barking in the back like a lunatic most of the time, it sounds like. This is TNA Impact Wrestling. Jesus, I forget our name already. What the hell do we call it, Gary?
Discuss TNA Impact Wrestling.
This is Discuss TNA Impact Wrestling. Yeah, you don't need to put the podcast, but yeah, we're a podcast. We talk about Impact. That's it. Pretty simple. This week we're going to be talking about the November 9th episode. We have not. I was talking to Gary before this started. Like, when was the last time we did an episode and not a special? Because we did a preview, and then we did almost every week they've had a special after the Thursday episodes, which I hate that whole. I don't want to say premise the word, probably not. I don't know. I hate the setup. Like, I hate the Thursday going into Friday because it makes the Thursday show totally unmemorable. No.
Oh yeah. Well, I think we're probably going to get some kind of a best of kind of thing with IPWF at some point.
All right.
Be prepared for us to have to call an audible that week too, Jay. So.
Yeah, maybe we'll review that. I don't know. This is going to be a weird episode. I'm kind of in a chill until TNA comes mode. I don't know. To be honest, I did not watch this entire episode, but I did catch up with the highlights. When I was watching live, I thought the opening match was fantastic. Then Tommy Dreamer showed up, and I was like, not tonight, Tommy. Not tonight, bro. And, I caught up on the rest, and I gotta be fair. I mean, he is good. Like, if you and the guy cares so much. I saw this. Like, he posted something. He posted a fucking I don't see a shoot. Like, I don't know, like a promo. He posted a promo at like 3 a.m. I get on Steve. Like, he's just laying in bed and like. But I mean, I guess like that's him. I guess you know what I mean. Like, he's like thinking about wrestling like every second of the day, and I don't know. I give him a lot of crap.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, I respect that. I just don't want him on TV.
Well,
and as a champion, but whatever.
Well, my thing with this matchup, the only thing kind of keeping me vested is I'm still very much interested in how far Crazy Steve will go with the fork, and I don't know, it just kind of has me wanting to see a side of Steve we have never seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I don't know what to say.
I guess you'd say Tommy Dreamer's gonna dream. He's gonna do his thing. Maybe his annoying in-ring promotion of himself.
Like we were saying before, make the goddamn thing a hardcore title. It would make so much more sense. And right now would be the time to do it with Dreamer and Steve. But I mean, whatever. We'll see if they go there. We'll see if they go that way. All right. So some quick news. There's not a lot of news this week. That's what I was getting to with the whole chilling till TNA kind of thing, because I think they're kind of chilling till TNA. There is such a lack of Impact news that one of my Impact things is actually BQ is going to Hard to Kill. That is one of my Impact news sections. Another is TNA.
Hard to Kill.
Yeah. Another is, I got to give it to him. He made a cool picture. So
yeah,
at least check out the picture.
Very.
I don't give a shit if you listen. He's not us. So. But and then there's another that a former TNA music. Sorry. A former TNA music producer is now with AEW. I don't know if you read that one.
Oh yeah, Dale Oliver.
Okay, well, nice job there. And
he used to do the music. He used to do the music for a lot of the TNA stars. Yes.
So was he just signed?
I believe that he was let go by TNA around, what they say, 2018, 2019.
No, but I mean, was he just? But I mean, he was just signed by AEW.
I thought they said he'd been working with them for like at least a year or two. So
okay, so this is not actually. So the only news of this is what, like, people are kind of thinking maybe he'd be coming back.
Well, I'm not
trying
to
do shit.
I'm not trying to bash Dale, but really, I don't see what they have to gain by Dale Oliver's music, because he's not what I'd call Like, I'm sure there's a lot better you could,
Yeah,
get
I'm
out
just
there.
curious why this is such a big story if he's not, or again, is there that little happening right now? If this guy, oh, no, okay, sorry. He has, according to Fightful Select, Oliver has been aboard All Elite Wrestling as a member of the production team, specifically working on music. But then it says, the report notes, it's been for quite some time, so whatever. These people don't fucking know anything. No one knows anything in these
I
goddamn
mean,
things. That's why.
for like every 2 or 3 good entrance themes he's made, he has like 10 bad ones. That's what kind of guy we're talking about.
I mean, why is this news if this guy's been working there for years? I mean, I think it's like, people were trying to,
Yeah.
maybe it's like, hey, TNA was going to get him back, or, all right, whatever. So, cool news. Alex Shelley versus Moose is set for Hard to Kill, and I think this might be it. I think we might have gotten it. How long have we talked about we want main event Moose back? And now he's in a situation against a guy he could definitely beat. I mean, my kind of power rankings in my head, Moose is always above him, and it's Hard to Kill, but they're going to have a new champion, I guarantee.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed over the past few tapings, I've noticed his ring gear has kind of been amped up to another level. Like, he's kind of looking more like ever more the champion with the, like, I don't know, really shiny gear that he's been wearing. Like, there was for a while there wasn't even wearing knee pads, and I don't know if that, maybe he knows something that we don't, that a push is coming.
Also, I know it's goddamn weekly, but more updated CM Punk news. The latest is he is close to signing with WWE.
Oh, totally. I figured that as much just because
The
I've
deal
seen
just hasn't been completed. I mean, I've said to everyone, there is no way they wouldn't want this dude, at least for the Rumble. Like, see how it goes. It's WWE. They can sign any kind of contract. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
it could be
and
like,
I think
it could be listen, if you fuck up, you're dead. Like, that's it. If you fuck up, you're out. You get one guy. You get one chance.
And I think it's no better way to kind of stick it back to AEW with him coming back home.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Him and Cody, they can have a goddamn thing together that they could never do. And whatever. This is an Impact Wrestling show. So also announced was a cool match for Final Resolution. Motor City Machine Guns versus Josh Alexander and Zack Sabre Jr., which is interesting. I mean, I don't know. I kind of see Motor City Machine Guns always as faces. And I don't know what the hell Zack Sabre Jr. is, but just looking by his actual face, he looks like a heel.
Yeah.
And I think you mentioned you think Josh was turning heel?
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it's been in the writing on the wall for a little while, because you had mentioned about Team Canada, and they kind of hinted at that, and we all know Team Canada was a heel faction, so they get a lot of talent from up north to fill that void.
Yeah. Well, here's something I personally thought was very funny and fitting. I just had to throw this in before I bash the. Gia Miller was backstage with Sunny Kiss, who said she'd love to win the gauntlet, the clear shot gauntlet at Bound for Glory, I think that is. And Trinity came up and says maybe she should go to Impact Management and get that match done. And just going by Impact Management's history and people like Sunny Kiss, yeah, that probably will get done, I'm going to say. And now I'm going to bash on what the hell happens next. Dirty Dango and Oleg Prudius versus Nick Diamond and Storm Grayson. Put this shit on the internet and Impact Plus. Look at this show. This was a really good. Let me just go through it quick. So the opening match, Tasha versus Deonna, 2 of the best fucking knockouts, maybe 2 of the best female wrestlers in the world, I think. Steve versus Dreamer, whatever. If you're into that, cool. It's hardcore shit. It's interesting, at least in that way. Hendry versus Myers. I mean, Hendry's over as hell. We all like Myers. I mean, we all, as in me and Gary, at least. Eddie Edwards versus Eric Young. I mean, those are 2 fucking top. Those are guys that can be world champion anytime. And then you get Dirty Dango and Oleg Prudius versus Nick Diamond and Storm Grayson before the main event. Like, it looks so ridiculously out of place.
Well, my thing is with that matchup is like it just
was it funny? Sorry, was it funny? I didn't watch it.
No, it's kind of brutal at times.
That's Gary trying to think of something nice.
it was pretty brutal at times, but like it was more of a kind of a character piece of the show to kind of put Oleg, like to kind of show
what is this guy
like
supposed to be though? Like what is what's his upside and impact?
I have no idea. I did notice something really drastically a bummer for me. Like he is really slimmed down and he doesn't look half as imposing as he did in WWE as Rusev.
Oh yeah, I mean, no, not Rusev.
There's a Kozlov.
Kozlov.
I can't remember. Kozlov. What my
Rusev it would be weird if he looked like Rusev, but that's probably for another story. Okay, so going back to the top, awesome knockouts match to start the show. Just quickly checking, making sure I didn't miss any news. No, but just always like to start off with 411 Mania's He-Man Shoe gave it a 7.5, and our friend Christian Thompson from TJR Wrestling gave it a solid 8. Gary, you got a number? I'm gonna guess your number, 7.7.
Yeah, it's probably pretty much spot on. That's generally a really good episode for me. Is anything in the late 7, borderline 8 range, and this is pretty much that. But it could have been so much more had we kind of. I don't mind that we got Dango on the show. I love that. But
remember how many 9s we used to give away?
Yeah, quite often, or pretty
like it was nothing. We dropped those 9s. Like this isn't a 9.5 episode, but it's a 9. You know what I mean? Like that's how good it was for like it was consistently
it was hard
good.
To rate that.
Yeah.
Because you made the comment.
I will say that. I used to say like it was hard. It was boringly, consistently good, but man, I'll take that over what's been going on since. And again, I have to mention the ratings because they're fucking terrifying to me, and I feel like they should be to everyone, including Impact people who I see them like bragging, like D'Angelo and stuff, like bragging about like we got TNA coming. But who's gonna be watching? Seriously, what is your guess? How many people are going to be watching the last episode of this year? 30,000 at this pace? Like
a holiday, probably more likely.
A bullshit holiday historically episode? So how many could they get like by the end of January? Maybe back to 80 at best with the fucking CM Punk. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Like they have to I don't know. I'm really scared. I'm just really scared. I feel like they think there's like a magic. They think TNA is like a magic potion, and everyone's just going to tune in. But if nobody fucking knows about it outside of wrestling nerds, you know what I mean? Like this is casual fans don't know.
This is definitely the time of year when Impact kind of winds things down in terms of viewership. And I think they know that, like with stuff like with the introducing of IPWF 4. Before I reiterate on what we're talking about here, was announced, I guess, over the weekend that AXS TV is supposed to join more markets on the Comcast Xfinity service starting December 12th.
Well, that would be nice. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. And we do have a question coming up, a mailbag question, something similar about that. So good timing for that. And all right, so I love the opening match. I'm afraid, forgetting about ratings, whatever. It is what it is. We'll see what happens. Hopefully there's a goddamn miracle and there's the good thing is consistently, if you look back, I think a lot of people check in the beginning of the year, and I think the ratings show that. I could be wrong, but
my only
problem, it usually starts. You know what I mean? Like it usually starts at like 120 every year. Like everyone kind of checks in, I guess.
Yeah, my only problem with the kickoff match to this week's episode of Impact, the November 9th episode, is was it the week before or the week before that? We were supposed to buy Tasha Steelz and Deonna as a tag team.
Yeah.
And then now we're having them face off, which is...
Well, I mean, I think it was a friendly, which I hate so much.
Yeah.
Because too many knockouts are too friendly. Like, do any knockouts hate each other? Any of them. Right. Maybe Giselle hates all of them, and I got to give her respect because she's probably the only heel on the roster who plays a goddamn heel.
And Kai Lynn has a bit of a beef with Jordan. So But
I mean, I don't
outside
know.
of
I
that,
feel
no.
like the world badly needs heel Jordan or
Yeah.
heel Deonna, but I mean, I don't know. I'm really afraid she's leaving. I mean, reports said she was leaving. The only thing that makes me think she might not is I keep seeing her in graphics, but I don't know.
But
Maybe like she's lost how many matches? 3 straight? That's insane.
yeah. Well, then I noticed Bully kind of went off kayfabe there on Twitter. First, that this week's episode, he's kind of telling Kylan to zip her lip, and she should do what he tells her. And then he puts out on Twitter that he puts her over, that she's probably one of her champion from NWA. I can't think of her name.
Camille.
And one or two other ones, he put them over big time, and it's like you just made that look all fake on this week's episode because you're supposed to be kind of like bashing her. Now you're like putting her over. It's just I don't know. I
Yeah, I
think
get
it's
what you're saying, but I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
Like he's on Busted Open. I mean, he does talk about this stuff. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't follow his social media. I think he blocked me because I literally asked him one time, "How can you be so goddamn good on the microphone and someone you're so close with is so bad on the microphone?" In Tommy, like just can't you give him some pointers if he's going to be giving these promos weekly and whatever.
Just
That was
don't
pretty.
just
I thought
don't
it was a
ask,
pretty fair criticism. I mean.
yeah, just don't ask him if he's soft, Jay. Don't ask him that.
I mean, I never, I would never take a shot at like a legend like that. I mean, I watched
Yeah,
him so many times, like live, and the guy made me shit my pants at a show in Staten Island, like screaming in the person's face next to me, like whatever. Those are some crazy ass goddamn times, and I still believe him. He's still, I don't know. I get what you're saying. Like he
yeah.
did, like so. You're saying he put her over on the show, but like you don't like the tweet. That's all.
No, he kind of bashed her on the show, like you
Oh, okay.
were, you were my student, and she goes, yeah, but you told us back in the training, when you were training us, if we have something to say, we speak our mind, and he goes, yeah, and I'm telling you to step back
Oh,
or
I
step
gotcha.
down,
Okay.
and
Yeah, but you don't think that's
you're
gonna lead
not.
to something, though?
Yeah, that's what I think,
That's the
because
thing. I mean,
we,
I could see him. I could see him wrestling her
yeah,
like 1-on-1 or something, or just because it's kind of what happened with him and Jordan. Like they had like a face off like months back, and then they had that match like months later. So I don't know. He's good at
it's
setting
just
things up.
it's just with me. I find those little things important in wrestling. You got to
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
believability.
that's fair. Yeah,
You know, the
that's fair.
kayfabe
But
stuff.
I do give. I mean, kayfabe is dead. I hate to say it, but it is.
Yeah,
I mean, look at
yeah,
nobody's
yeah.
done does kayfabe except PCO. I think PCO just trying to keep it alive by himself. Like everything he posts is, I think, as PCO. But okay, crazy dream. Okay, yeah, Streamer and Steve. I don't have much. It was short, and um, a fork was involved, I believe, trying to poke out
Yeah, and
eyes
I
again.
will
And
mention, we'd like to mention too. At the tapings, it was said that Tommy Dreamer actually won the match, but he technically didn't.
yeah, crazy
He
Steve got
lost
DQ.
on a DQ.
Yeah.
Because
So
the
as
tapings,
always, but I mean, a lot of times, sometimes it's just people who aren't that smart sending these things in, or like
yeah.
I don't want to say not dumb, but I mean not in terms of wrestling. You know what I mean? So they see a disqualification, they don't know who wins,
But I was
whatever.
actually pleased to see the tapings results be wrong, because I'm like, why
Yeah,
would you put Dreamer over Crazy Steve? It makes no sense. You
I
get
think I,
this guy this year.
I think I saw the same thing. Yeah, and it pissed me off.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what we get for reading spoilers. Now, Jonathan Gresham had a backstage thing, and this dude's been killing it. I just have this thing where it's like, I don't know, man, I can't buy him as like a main event top champion guy. I wish there was like an intercontinental for them that he can go for, because he's been awesome. And he had an awesome main event that we'll get to in a second. But first, we got Joe Hendry versus Brian Myers, which I thought was better than expected, and I'm kind of shocked they gave Brian Myers a win here.
Oh yeah, I totally was. And if you didn't catch it before all of this went down, there was a backstage promo, and Joe Hendry was calling Brian Myers Adam's bitch. Adam Copeland, aka
Oh,
Edge.
nice, nice.
Yeah, kind of like
Um,
trying to piss him off, get in his head before they fight.
I hate to bring up AEW, but the craziest part about Edge to me is that Christian is the better character at the moment. More people care about Christian. Like, I never thought that could be a thing. I don't know. I was never a Christian. I was never a Christian guy, so I'm sure at time I'm sure you thought Christian was like bigger than he was when he was in TNA. And
Yeah, well, I've always been more of an Edge fan, but I definitely am a big Christian.
Well, then yeah, I was always more of an Edge guy. I just saw him as like, I don't know. I guess Jeff Hardy and kind of Christian as Matt, but Christian's been fucking killing it in AEW with like just abusing everyone's dead relatives. It's like, well, it's such a mean thing, but I don't know. It's hard not to laugh.
I think with me with Christian, he won like major accolades with me when he crossed the line.
Oh yeah, totally.
He came to Impact, and he kind of.
I still respect the guy. I mean, even with AEW, I mean, he fucking made himself again in Impact. He's making himself again in AEW. Like, that's what people should do. Like, stop doing the same old shit. Look at the people like Christian, who's fucking 40. I don't know, late 40s, mid 40s. I have no idea. The guy's been around forever. Is my point, and he's still reinventing himself.
Yeah,
it's just great to see. And speaking of that, Eric Young, if you're listening, please reinvent yourself. You are so great at everything. You can be any type of character. I don't know what your character is right now. I don't know if he's a heel. I don't know if he's a face. He comes out with a mask, but then he teams with faces.
Well, I think going into this match, I think that what I respected the most about this match was the experience factor that both of these gentlemen have. Like, they've been in the ring for so long, and they probably seen everything in and out of a wrestling ring. And I was just so happy to see these two finally lock up.
I mean, EY's a I'm gonna say regular. What the hell's the word? Original, or close. And
yeah, he does.
Eddie's not close, but what? He's been there for what? Fucking, I don't know, 15 years now.
Yeah, I think if anybody could pass as an original, Eddie would be. He's gotten to be, because he's like one of the rare former ROH talents that have stuck around for Impact.
I mean, just seeing this match graphic made me smile. You know what I mean? Like you said, these are just awesome top fucking talents that everyone knows, everyone respects. And yeah, I don't remember the last time they wrestled or if they had a feud, but it looks like we're getting a feud here. I mean, I don't think it was just Eric Young beats Eddie and that's the end of it.
I think it's leading to possibly maybe several matches like set up for like one big grudge match kind of thing, like to settle it up.
Like Kazarian. Well, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of that, but I think we all got tired of it quickly. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is just setting up Eric Young like kind of a super push, or pushing him back to where he belongs in the fucking main event. Like we've been saying, like get the guys in the main event that belong there. Eric Young is one of them. Moose is definitely one of them, and I'm so happy about that. And so yeah, we talked about the Dango thing. We talked about what happened to Heath. Something happened with Heath. Actually, screw that. He's leaving. Doesn't matter. And then Jordan backstage. Okay, this is where it happened with the bully thing. You talked about this. And I'm just reading off this 411 thing. Bully tells her to back off, and then you're right. Yeah, he says he's writing exactly what he said. So. Kylan, but Kylan asked what happened to him, and then Macklin woke up and said he's soft. So I mean, I guess it was kind of I guess that whole thing was a setup. I guess that whole thing was a setup for Macklin.
I think I like this Macklin. That's why I say I feel like he's very stone cold like with.
He's just total badass. He gives no fucks.
Yeah, he doesn't care who you are. He'll go up. I mean, how many people dared to stand up to Josh Alexander, and then was it? Month or two back, he stalked him and got in his face, and he's like, "Yeah, you're laughing because he goes, you know, you're going to be in the title scene."
Yeah, he's another one. Keep him in the goddamn main event or scene or around it. Like I think sometimes I forget he's on the roster.
Well, I
think he doesn't get but give him more matches. Give him some squash matches. You know what I mean? Let him fucking squash some losers every now and then.
I think once you had him lose to Alex Shelley, you kind of painted him into the corner, which we mentioned a lot of times and stuff outside of wrestling. they
But I mean,
painted him into
they could have done a thing with him, like, you know, how pissed off he is and how he just beats the shit at a bunch of other people. Like, yeah, I'm not ready to take the title back yet. I need to get ready. How about that? You know what I mean? So he sets himself up, and he's like, talk to Scott. I want like 10 matches in the next whatever. I need to get ready, and he just beats the piss out of everyone, and whatever. We'll see. But yeah, I did like that, and he's pretty awesome. And the main event, Jesus Christ, what a great match! I did see pretty much. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw like all the highlights or a ton of them, and like Impact. I don't know if people notice this, but Impact has been putting most of their matches fully on YouTube lately. I don't know if people have been noticing this, or segments. It used to be like 5 minutes, and now they're dropping some 10s and stuff, so that's pretty cool.
Well, my thing is, this was about a 20-plus minute match, I would say, just based on what I, you know, when I saw it, I was like, my God, these two, you could tell these guys have spent hours, you know, countering maneuvers and whatnot. And it's just like, I guess it was mentioned during the show. I believe Alex Shelley and Jonathan Gresham were actually tag team partners over in, I believe, maybe New Japan or one of the Japan promotions. It was mentioned.
Makes sense. I forgot to mention Alpha Bravo was part of Dirty Dango and Prudius. Just have to throw that out there because that dude is the worst, and I just want to mention it every week and for the rest of my life.
And then we got a debuting appearance of Myron Reed on the show.
Yeah, very cool. I'm seeing Myron Reed a bunch. As early as there was a Twitch special that Myron Reed's. I think he might own the promotion, or I don't know. I think he was like a part of it, whatever it was. It was a big, but he was on a few. I think he was on a few different Twitch specials. I think one of them he was part of the Rascals. I think one he just had a regular match. But yeah, I've seen a bunch of him, and I've seen him in other places. I think MLW maybe. I don't know. He's really good. I mean, he's a Rascal. You know, they're not going to pick up a shitty Rascal when they're the Rascals that are an awesome team. So yeah, he's really good, and he is wrestling this week against Lucha Dude. I don't have it pulled up, but I remember it was a picture of Lucha-looking dudes.
Here
it is. Sorry, Laredo Kid, Taurus, and Juventud Guerrera.
Okay,
that's interesting.
And then it's got ABC versus Kenny King.
Oh yeah, sorry. Wait, before we get to that, so Shelley beat Gresham. Obviously, we didn't get a new champion. And
yeah, he hit.
But I mean, it was a hell of a. It was a hell of a. I really want to. I mean, I just saw a lot of highlights, but it was really.
Yeah, he hit him with a.
Like Gary said, man, the way they were like, what's the word? Like countering each other. Like I don't know. I find that sick sometimes. Like when it's done right. So, like sometimes I'll see AEW guys do it, and like it's kind of slow or whatever, and like it just doesn't look right. So like when you see it perfect, like it looks amazing when it's done perfectly, and like that's probably Gresham's greatest skill, maybe even Shelley's also. He's just they're both very, very good at that. So yeah, awesome match.
Well, I think they were so gassed by the end that I think when Alex Shelley went with the shell shock move for the pin over Jonathan Gresham, and then I don't think Jonathan Gresham knew what was coming, because it kind of looked like he didn't even remotely hit the mat when he hit him with it. Well, I just that, which was kind of a bummer, because it had been up to that point, it had been a great, awesome match.
Well, you know better than anyone, life isn't perfect. Sometimes you can be a Philly fan, sometimes you're a Giants fan.
Yeah. But there was
also for next. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I have also for next week on here. I love how Christian Thompson refers to him as the Bullet Club and not ABC. It's great. Because neither do I. I really hate it. I will forever hate it. But I mean, they're still going by that, I guess. And I guess they're just going to forever. So they're going against Kenny King and Sheldon Jean, who I'd like to see more of. We need more solid set tag teams, and they should be one of them. But also, I mean, I like Kenny doing shit on his own, so whatever. Moose versus Heath. Sorry, Moose defeats Heath. I'll just say that. I didn't read the spoilers, but I mean, Heath is leaving. It's a known thing. Moose is getting pushed, and he's getting a world title shot. Trinity versus Sunny Kiss. which is
Is
Sonny
that for
Kiss's. It doesn't say it.
Okay.
Thompson doesn't say it, so anyone can blame Christian Thompson if that is for the title. It says it isn't here, but so this is probably Sonny Kiss's biggest match in years. Is that fair to say? They did nothing with Sonny Kiss in AEW other than use them as a prop, I believe. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we signed Sonny Kiss, aren't we great? And look, now they're on Dark. Now they're on Dark.
Yeah, they didn't do nothing with Sonny Kiss whatsoever, from what I was told. Like, they kind of.
Oh, here you go. Like Macklin and Kylin versus Bully and Jordan. Now do you change your mind?
No, I love this matchup. This sounds like a really good episode, right?
No, I mean, like, do you change it? Do you feel differently about the whole, like, what you said before about, you know, the Kylin Bully thing because they're getting a match? Like, what if Kylin kicks his ass?
Yeah, or like, I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe there's some heel turn somewhere.
Bully and Jordan. I mean, what is this match? I mean, interesting as hell. But I mean, are these three heels and a face? That's like a movie. 3 Men and a Baby. And then, Will Ospreay versus Josh Alexander. I mean, holy shit. Sadly, there's going to be 50,000 people watching or whatever, but whatever.
Well, this card could almost be a live special.
Oh, great. Here you go. Here's a great analysis again from Thompson. That looks like a great card, but you just know they're going to be between 8 to 10 minute matches, except for the main event. Spread the matches out over a few shows. There's an exclamation point, so that's why I said it that way. And I agree. I mean, like, especially back, like, when you have a bunch of good matches like this, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I totally agree. Like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible good matches, and then you have the Moose and Heath, which is going to need time. So, yeah, super weird. Also, why is Kenny King and Sheldon Jean getting tag team, title matches? Why are there briefcases if people are getting title matches like Gresham and these guys? That's not a fan of that at all.
And to be fair, Jay, what happened to our underdogs of all underdogs, the good hands? Where have they been?
Yeah, what happened to Jake something who was getting a super push?
Yeah.
I don't know. Booking has just been all over the goddamn place for, I feel like, months. But I'm very, very happy with Moose being in the main event. That's one of literally the things we've been asking for. Like, I think that can help turn things around, getting a legit main event guy. And I think, I don't want to give Shelley crap. I think it's way more on Impact and booking him in matches like the Final Resolution match. He's probably had as many tag team matches, you know what I mean, with Sabin when he's champion as world title defenses. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Bash me. I don't care. But I can't think of many matches where Shelley beats someone as a champion just to show he's the goddamn champion.
Oh,
like, have Shelley beat fucking Heath one week. You know what I mean? Like Moose is doing now.
I don't know what anybody thinks out there tonight, but I'm getting this feeling come TNA in January. I have a feeling another belt that might possibly be introduced is possibly a trios championship. Just because we got now Myron Reed as part of the Rascals, I just kind of feel like they're kind of like
with that. But do we have time?
That's what I mean. I don't foresee it, but I don't know what the landscape's going to look like come January 13th. How the format's going to be. Are we going to kind of pitch the comedy? I should have mentioned this earlier, but I had some problems with my phone, so that's why there's no sounds, and I'm on my laptop this week. I was right about to hit "You've got mail," but I can't because I'm on my laptop. So, you've got mail. I'll just say it like that. Okay, this is from Din, who lives in Mandaloria. That's weird. Seems like an odd place. Do you guys think Impact will land on a better network or possible streaming service? Now, I don't know if Gary knows this part. I kind of held this from him. So I was listening to Cornette talking about or laughing about the NWA cocaine situation.
he was just having a fucking blast. Like, you couldn't get away with that shit like 50 years ago. Like, you don't do cocaine, especially right before they, like, he said it was great. He's like, can you picture them, like, him and Brian Last, his co-host, they're like hysterical. Can you picture them talking to the fucking network like, hey, we got this special coming up, you should definitely check out. And they're all fucking watching it, and they see the cocaine thing. You know what I mean? Because like that's probably a thing that actually happened. But whatever about the whole episode. So there are views of the NWA thing saying they likely lost their deal.
Not a better moment for our good friend Mitchell.
And I was just talking so nicely about Billy. I think I think last week I was like, man, why can't we be more like Billy? And he's got his own network and all that. He's on the CW. So they said it looks like the best they're going to do is be streaming on the CW's thing, which is like, it's garbage. It's like a CW. I'm sure most people don't even know it exists. I'm sorry, I don't want to say it's garbage. It's actually not that bad, but like I'm sure most people, again, don't know it exists because like I think they're on Hulu. Like I think they're connected to Hulu or I don't know, something else, whatever. They're connected to one of the big goddamn things. So whatever they're connected to, like they said, there's no chance they're getting on that. Now this was before the NXT thing happened. So Brian Last starts talking about other promotions, and he's like, hey, listen, if NWA loses that spot, there's not going to be a dearth of promotions, if that's the right word, because there's MLW. Then he mentioned another one I'm totally blanking on. And then he said, and Impact, you would think would be in the mix, but I'm not sure because they have their own network. And that's not a quote. That's me, me saying what he basically, that's me, breaking down what he said.
Yeah.
And that scared me. I don't know. Like, is that it? Is that the thing? Like, we always freak out about networks, and like this person was asking, could they land on a better network? Like, maybe it's never going to be a thing because, like Last said, like they have their own network, so everything has to go through that. Like, they want everything on. They want to own everything.
Well, I definitely think they have big plans for Access TV. Maybe that's part of the TNA branding that they're going to be doing. Like maybe, like taking advantage of some of the.
Damn it, Gary! How long have we been thinking this though?
The venues that
us.
The venues that are owned by Anthem, like they have some kind of like dealer deal with some of the different venues because they are more or less an entertainment conglomerate. They more or less have things in place for content, and they probably have some of the better venues around. They just haven't exploited it yet.
Okay, here's my question. If they can't change networks, could they can't they still make a deal with a streaming service?
Yeah, they could very well do that. I don't
that would hurt them. Like, wouldn't that just bring more eyes possibly to their network? You know what I mean? More visibility to their network because people will see where it comes from.
Well, my thing is like the problem with that. Not that I don't think it's possible, but the problem with streaming a lot of things is like I don't feel like they're. I don't know, like they're content with a streaming service, like or something. I feel like
I'm saying they stay on Access and like they try to make Access bigger, but at the same time, like make a deal with fucking Hulu or some shit.
Yeah, I would be all for that. It's just like so they're just the way the Anthem hasn't really like to me they haven't really thought things over like past.
I think maybe they have, and they just like that's the trick. Like they're never leaving the network, and it's like they want to own everything, and maybe they have a plan. I don't know if they're cheap or like it's just all about their network and it's smart business. I have no idea about that stuff. Someone smarter would know. Somebody ask BQ, let him know. And I don't joke around when I say shit like that. I don't know business. I don't know fucking wrestling business shit.
Yeah, I don't know that side.
BQ has fucking people and all that stuff and whatever. And just looking through some stuff. Yeah, that's literally I googled like Impact News for the last week, and I've never seen anything like this. Like a week of news. Like I can usually look for I remember looking for like a day of news, and you would see like at least a few things. This is a week of news, and there's like been absolutely nothing. Saber is going to be. We mentioned that. Yeah.
I did hear Hard to Kill is about halfway sold out, and it still has 2 months to go. I don't know if you heard that. It's set
Oh,
up
hey.
for like
Oh shit, here's
1,100.
one. Oh shit, I just got a good one. Mandy Rose was asked about working for AEW or TNA Impact Wrestling. I don't know. If the right phone call comes around, maybe. I don't know when I'll be returning to the ring. Not really sure if I will be returning to the ring. It's all up in the air. Blah, 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 blah. I'm living my best life. I was on the road for 8 years. Blah, blah, blah. Then there's a video of
When
her.
you made a
And now there's
well,
a picture of her, and oh my God, so pretty. Yeah, go ahead.
well, and then you had made an interesting comment too earlier in the week. You had sent me a picture of Tessa Blanchard, and you said I can't remember what the picture was of. It was of her, but you
Yeah,
said,
but she's holding the title.
"Is that kind of like ironic to you?" Like you,
No,
I
she's
think,
been doing it a lot.
yeah.
I think she's like trying to like use, I don't know, maybe get fans behind her or something, maybe to get like a bring back Tessa kind of thing. But I don't know. Did you read the thing about
Well,
Conan recently, where Conan said he wouldn't bring her back, but it was literally based on? I said, yeah, that's a bad one, because it was based. Conan said he wouldn't bring her back just because she's no longer with Daga, and he's like, that would be weird and backstage and all. So like, he didn't say it because of like the race. He didn't say it was because of the racism or anything. So I guess that's a good sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess she broke up with Daga at some point. So I do have a chance. And yeah, I mean, goddamn, I'd love to see her back. I mean, could you imagine like that first TNA episode? Like she comes back with the fucking TNA title. Like, wouldn't that be perfect? Like, wasn't that the title she had? Was it? I'm sorry. Was it the TNA title or was it the Impact title? I think it was Impact.
Yeah, it was Impact. It was around the time when her and Sammy were having a rivalry. So I think it was Impact, Jay.
What? And wasn't Moose going for like the whole TNA thing at some point? Am I dreaming that? Like Moose wanted like TNA back and he wanted to be TNA champ?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay, so that was
did.
a thing. Yeah. And now look where he is. In the perfect position. So I don't know, maybe good long-term storytelling there. And if you noticed, him and Myers had solo matches, singles matches tonight, and not a tag team. So I don't know, maybe they'll just kind of be tag team when needed. Or actually, no, probably not anymore, unless Moose happens to lose, which I really hope doesn't happen. And that's about it. Got to get Gary out of here because he's sick as a dog.
Yeah, I've been fighting it with gel caps and Mucinex and whatever. I've been taking Robitussin. Hopefully, I get this bug that I have gone. It gets really annoying at night to sleep.
Well, this is not a Let's All Listen to Gary complain about his life podcast. So zip it, save it, and that's it. We'll be back next week. Why don't you leave Gary a nice comment to feel better, you pieces of craps who never leave us comments. And that's all. Catch you next time. Also, thanks for listening. Everyone. You're doing really good with no matter what happens with Impact views, we just keep on rolling along, getting a really nice amount on all the different areas and shit. So thank you for that. And I'm sorry about what I called you a minute ago, but how about some goddamn comments? That would be nice. Okay. Peace out.